The streetlights flickered like dying fireflies, casting elongated, dancing shadows as Jessica hurried home. The late bell had rung, choir practice dragging on, and now the familiar streets felt alien under the cloak of a deepening dusk. Each rustle of leaves, each distant car horn, sent a shiver crawling down her spine. She hugged her books tighter, the weight a small comfort. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and something else, something acrid and unsettling. A figure emerged from the inky blackness of an alleyway. A man, ragged and hunched, his face obscured by shadow and a matted beard. A tremor ran through Jessica. He stumbled towards her, muttering incoherently. The smell intensified a stale sweat, cheap alcohol. Jessica froze, her heart hammering against her ribs. She fumbled for her purse, her fingers clumsy with fear. As she pulled it open, he lunged, his grimy hand snaking out to grab it. She shrieked, a strangled cry that was swallowed by the night. He tugged, the strap digging into her shoulder. She clung to her bag, her knuckles white. This wasn't about money anymore. It was about power, about control. A surge of adrenaline coursed through her. Years of self-defense classes kicked in. With a sharp pivot, she wrenched the bag free and kicked him squarely in the shin. He howled, clutching his leg, giving her the precious seconds she needed to run. She sprinted, the fear fueling her flight. The image of his menacing figure burned into her mind. Home. She had to get home. She didn't dare look back, her breath ragged and burning in her chest. Each footfall echoed in the sudden silence, amplifying the pounding of her heart. She risked a glance over her shoulder. The alleyway remained shrouded in darkness, the man swallowed by the gloom. But she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. A primal instinct screaming at her to keep running. The porch light was a beacon in the encroaching darkness. She stumbled up the steps, fumbling with her keys, her hands shaking so violently she could barely insert them into the lock. Finally, with a click, the door swung open. She slammed it, shut behind her, throwing the bolt with a resounding thud. Safe. For now. She leaned against the door, gasping for air, her body trembling uncontrollably. The adrenaline began to ebb, leaving her weak and shaky. Tears welled in her eyes, blurring her vision. She was home, but the sense of security felt fragile, easily shattered. Slowly, she slid down the door, sinking onto the floor. The warmth of the house enveloped her, but the chilling fear lingered, a persistent shadow clinging to the edges of her mind. She knew she had to tell someone, her parents, the police. But the words caught in her throat, choked by the lingering terror. She sat there for a long time, the silence broken only by the sound of her own ragged breathing. The image of the man's face, or rather, the lack thereof, haunted her. She was safe, but the darkness had shown her its teeth, and she knew with a chilling certainty that she would never look at the streets the same way again.